A massive shout out is in order for the one and only North Ave Jax representing Vermont. This Q&A with ATC was a one of one. So much fun. We absolutely went into overtime. We're talking about Vermont. We're talking about Bernie Sanders. We're talking about the freestyle. So there's so many things to get into. Without further ado, welcome to North Ave Jax. We'll jump into it, man. There's so many things I want to get at you. I'm in a hotel room, and I'm gonna be super honest. I had to rip out a page from the Bible because I didn't there's no paper in this hotel room, so that's so blasphemous. So I don't mean to make you feel uncomfortable, but for you, Jax, we're gonna do it like that, man. We're just gonna be grimy with it. So many different things to get into, man. I want to ask you, why do I have to go to Soundcloud and YouTube to hear songs like Levels? I can't hear it on Apple Music yet, man. Yo, you got so much fire that has not officially hit the masses, because I know right now it's really all about the Trust Nobody song, which is fire. But your diehard fans are like, yo, fam, I need this streaming on Apple Music. Talk about just the revelation and the come up in these past 12 months and why we can't get all of your music yet officially.
You know, I think time is everything, bro. You just gotta know when to put things out and know what people want to hear, and obviously it has to resonate towards yourself. And I feel like, I've always been musically inclined. I just started making music though, and Levels compared to Trust Nobody I feel like it's two different brackets.
It is.
And even then, wait 1 second. I'm sorry.
You good?
Even then, it's I feel like I'm just a lot more capable of that, and it's good to show growth, and that's why it's on YouTube. But I don't want it to be fully accessible, because I don't want it to be something that people necessarily go on my website, or not website, but page for Apple Music or Spotify or something, and be able to play that, because I feel like it was a learning curve. It's something that should be able to listen to, but not something that's fully accessible, if that makes any sense.
I got you, man. And what's so dope about you, man, just in preparation for this Q&A, obviously I was already prepped on the Trust Nobody, but man, you got so, I don't mean to sound like an overly hype man right now, but I mean, freestyles on lock, right? I don't want to call it the emo music, but you got the emotional type stuff, kind of like what Trust Nobody is you're getting to a lot of hearts right there. And then the reason I bring up Levels is because, there's a lot of people that just want to hear you like on that grimy rap bars, right? And so it's so dope that you bring the full package, and it's so rare, man, to get people that just have an arsenal of flows, of styles, of music. That's why I get excited.
Yeah, I feel like versatility is the biggest key in music. Being able to go to Drake, for example, you know what I mean? He started off with the love songs, and he was singing. Oh, I'm gonna say
it's all good, man.
He started off with the love songs, and he was singing, and slowly started doing rap. And once you get both fans, bro, you're unstoppable. And I feel like if I can captivate on that early, I don't know if I used that right,
you good.
But I feel like I could really do a lot of damage, bro, because that's the thing. I don't want to be just one certain, he sounds the same as this guy. I just want to be different, you know what I mean? So I feel versatility is literally the biggest key, and that's what I'm working on right now. So that's my goal right now. First, I'm trying to start my career having people see, he can spit, he can rap. That's crazy. He's nice, right?
Yep.
And then boom, it moves over into the pop music and the hits, and they're like, okay, this guy's. He's like that.
Yo, 100%. And yo, Jax, I really want to scare people, man, because they don't realize, are you still technically a teenager, man? You haven't even come close. You're coming onto the scene with so much fire. And if you're not, I think are you still 19, or have we hit 20 yet?
I literally just turned 20.
You just turned. You're not even legally old enough to drink, technically, right? And yo, you got so much like veteran sounding bars, and the confidence level is explosive. So just to think that you're so early on, man, and it's you're already up on Interscope, and we'll talk about that shortly. But you got the Interscope situation popping. You got obviously so many different flows. I mean, I don't think we started hearing some artists get into 3 or 4 different types of flows into their second albums and things like that, where they wanted to get experimental. But just talk about how the youthfulness of what you've experienced, and just your current, a fresh 20-year-old rapper on this massive scene, man. Does that add to the confidence level for you?
You see, growing up as a kid, I was super confident all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I really never doubted myself at all until I stopped going to school. And I was always there. I was always so confident, and I was always so like certain and in tune with everything. And back home, I fell into a super depressive state. I was making music, you know. I wasn't like taking it serious, but I was making music, and well, for me, like back home, I don't really like communicate with a lot of people necessarily anymore, because I don't know, I'll be sad when I'm there, because it's like it didn't uplift me or motivate me like people wise, you know what I mean? So I kind of got like stuck in a loop a little bit, but that's what really brought it out for me. It was I like was by myself for 3 months probably during the summer, and that's where I just like fell in love with it. It's not even the fact that I fell in love with like building a song together, you know, writing a song. And I just started this a year and a half ago. Like I haven't been making music for a long time. I've been musically inclined. Like I used to play the drums when I was until like I was in 5th or 6th grade. So I kind of have rhythm, you know, I kind of understood it. But the reason why I feel like I am in this position necessarily is because I can't settle for anything less. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I get something, like as soon as I got this, I want way more. You know what I mean? So obviously it's steps. You just gotta realize which foot.
There are levels to this stuff, man. There are levels to it, North or Jax, I should say, and it just, you know, it feels like you've already jumped to like nearly the Bowser stage, right? A little Super Mario reference right there, but it seems like you're just taking humongous leaps. And yo, man, I love the fact that like Vermont, man, like Bernie Sanders gets all the excitement when we're talking about Vermont. We can finally put some shine onto like the hip hop world. And I'll be honest with you, until I started looking into you know, who North Ave Jax is and Jax is as an artist, I didn't realize there is a legit like tiny, but there is a hip hop scene out there, man. Talk about just the hip hop culture in Vermont. Are people really sleeping on it, or are people starting to get up on it? What's it like out there in Vermont, hip hop wise?
So, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's this kid named Kelly, and he does like my music videos. He did Levels. He did Trust Nobody. And I grew up with him my whole life. And he brought our hope back to Vermont. I feel like back when this was happening, I really wasn't feeling good, like a lot at all. Like I was super depressed. I didn't believe myself, but he's like, bro, you're going to get, he's literally last year. It hasn't even been a year yet. Like, you're going to get signed, guaranteed. Like I guarantee it. And I didn't believe it because, you know, I'm from Vermont. Like no one knows about Vermont. No one ever made it out of Vermont. No one's, you know what I mean? Like the biggest thing we have is Ben and Jerry's.
Exactly. Exactly. And Bernie Sanders. Yes.
And Bernie. But Bernie's not even from Vermont. He's just from New York City.
Exactly. Technically. Yep. You're right.
So it's like that core. I want to be that core for kids. And not even just Vermont though. I want it to be all over, bro. Like there's so many small towns. It's kids that were just like me. Kids that not necessarily even doing music, who just have so much talent and skill, and like that need to be seen and don't believe in themselves because one, they're from a small place where gets no recognition, or the doubt is just so strong, and other people are shitting on them for it. I want to be that kid that people can look at and be like, wow, like if he can do it, I can do it. I want to be vulnerable enough to let people know that, like, no matter where you are, what you're doing, you can do it. Like that's it. I don't care if it sounds corny. Cool. If you know what I mean, I want that to be like my base, like just, you know, more than music, bro. It's way more than music.
Yo, for sure. And you know, it's crazy in my situation, not to make this is your interview or conversation, Jax, but yo, even out here, like I'm in Jersey, right? But everyone knows like New York pops off the most, and like even on like on a very weird like dating scale, right? When you tell a girl, oh yeah, I live in Jersey, like, oh yo, it's not New York, but like yo, there's a lot of things popping in Jersey. So I don't mean to kind of relate my, you know, put some respect on Jersey's name to your Vermont situation, but taking a step back, I do want to dig a little bit bit more into Kelly, man. I have a Kelly Butts Spirito, man. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I know you guys have a legit deep relationship, man. A close knit. Not only just giving you those motivational words, but a lot of creativity from behind the scenes, man. Talk about how that relationship started and current day, man. Holidays 2021. How he's been riding that wave with you.
So I met Kelly in middle school. I was in 6th grade and he was in 8th grade. And you know, when you're younger, you want to be looking fly all the time.
Yep.
I bought me a pair of photo blue 9s, Jordan 9s. Mm-hmm. And I wore them to school. And I didn't even wear them to like get any recognition. I just like the shoes, you know what I'm saying? Kelly's like the popular kid at school. He's running the school, you know what I'm saying? And he comes up to me, he's like, bro, I like your shoes. I was like, oh shit, thank you, bro. Like, I was like, yo, dude just said hi to me, bro. It's fucking crazy. Like, and he was like, yeah, bro, you want to come hang out with us? And I was like, what the fuck? So he's always been like, you know, just, I met him in the hallway at middle school, and I didn't realize, like, because we weren't honestly like that close until about last year.
Wow.
So yeah, we were like cool, you know. He went to school out in like Wyoming or something like that, and then he went to school in Boston or Massachusetts. So he wasn't really in Vermont, but he came back, and I was friends with his like best friend growing up. Mm-hmm. His name's Cole, and then Cole's like, "Yo, this is crazy. It's so weird how everything works." We were in PE, the gym class together.
Yep.
Cole, and I had a freestyle video that kind of viral on Facebook in on the lunchroom, and he saw it and he was like, yo, let's freestyle. I was like, all right, bet. And he was like, bro, you're so good, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, thank you. He's like, bro, I'm gonna tell Kelly. And Kelly just did a video for Loner, who was signed to Epic, I think. And Kelly texted me, he's like, bro, like, you're so good. I'm like, thank you. You gotta make more music. You gotta keep doing it. And I wasn't really like, you know, like it meant something, but it didn't like hit me yet fully. So I was just like kind of not believing it necessarily. And he texted me like a month later. And he's like, bro, we're making a video. He's like, just do it. I know you don't want to do it. Just do it with me. And as soon as I like met up with him, he right away did not stop. He was like, bro, you're going to do this. Like, I'm going to push you. I'm going to help you. He's like, trust me.
Very
like,
cool.
And like, I felt like it felt good to have someone like, you know, like really care and push I feel like Kelly's like definitely a huge reason why I started doing this music stuff. Like he pushed me and got me into a mental state that allowed myself to get here, you know? So, and what really set it off is that we recorded Levels, right? And mm-hmm. I had other music too I was waiting to drop, but we recorded Levels. It did all right first couple days and kind of like just decreased a lot, but yeah, we dropped Levels, and a month later, Kelly's like, yo, it's like so crazy how this all worked out. It was like literally like meant to be, but like, yo, we're going to New York City. I'm trying to record this video for this dude named Piff Jones. He's friends with Dave East. Mm-hmm. And Kelly was like, yeah, because he went on tour with Dave East to record some like behind the scenes stuff, and he's like, I'm doing a video for Piff, and he's like, you should come with me. So me, him, and this kid named Seamus went down to New York City, and like that, I got a loan from one of my best friends. I got a loan from him. I was like, bro, can I borrow some money so I can go to the studio? Mm-hmm. There's no studios in Vermont, bro. Like there is, but you know, you need an engineer, you need like, you know, all the. And he's like, yeah, he was like, I was like, yeah, can I get some money? Like I need a loan, bro. Like I'll pay you back. I knew there was something in me telling me like, this is gonna do something so good for you. Like, so I hit the studio in Brooklyn with Kelly, and I hit the studio with Kelly and this dude named History, who was friends with Piff that I met through Piff, and he connected me with this studio. It was really good quality sounding studio for cheap, you know. So mm-hmm. It was like you're getting everything with your buck, and I recorded 2 songs in 4 hours. And I remember, like, after I recorded the second song, the engineer's like, like kind of confused. He's like, bro, like how are you not? And then, like I was like, bro, I'm just working. I'm just trying to get to this position, bro. Like that's why I'm here. And I remember literally, bro, I leave in New York City, and it's so weird how it happened. I knew something was gonna happen. Like I'm driving back home to Vermont. I'm low-key sad because it's like I'm like literally putting so much work in. Like I was walking around the city, like helping videos for other people just to get connections, and like literally like I would be the dude with the fucking light behind the camera. Just working, trying to connect and like just branch out and just and I'm going home back to Vermont, and I'm like, why am I going back to Vermont? Why? I should be going to Atlanta. Like that was the goal. I was trying to go to LA. Like that was the goal. Like or stay in the city. Like shit. Like you know what I mean? Like why am I going back home? This doesn't feel right. And I remember as soon as I got into Vermont, it says welcome to Vermont. I passed it, and I could feel like I literally could feel it. I was like, I don't know if necessarily this is right for me. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
In the moment, Kelly like read it. He turned around. He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I know you're not feeling good." It's like, how? I was like, I didn't even have time to be like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "How the hell did you know that, bro?" Like, I didn't make any facial expression, nothing. He's like, I promise, this is gonna work out. A month later, bro, I had the worst night of my life. I wake up, I get a text message. I'm like, all right. She says, yo, this label, LVRN, which I didn't even know what it was, is trying to tap in with you. And I was like, damn, I don't know if this is real, so I'm not gonna respond. So I didn't respond. Cause like I've gotten fake emails and shit, and like just a bunch of bullshit that people are trying to like scam me through. Or, I mean, I've gotten a couple other offers from record labels, but it didn't seem real in the moment because it was just an 802 phone number from Vermont, a Vermont phone number telling me, oh, I can get you signed. Like I've heard that from all the old heads here. Bro. Like that shit is not telling me anything new. One of my close friends that I became really close to that summer was like, yo, that kid's not lying to you, bro. Like this shit is like, he's like, they really like are trying to fuck with you. Like they're trying to like fly you out and talk to you. And I was like, what? He's like, come over. Came to the crib. And I remember this dude got in contact with, his name is Jahi. He got in contact with LVRN. He got the president of the label's phone number off a Twitter post. And I don't know how, but we got, bro. It was meant to be, it was meant to be. He called him late night, and he FaceTimed him actually. And Tunde, that's his name. Tunde, he was like, you are so lucky, bro. I don't answer phone numbers I don't know or FaceTimes. And this dude, like his for Jahi was like, bro, I got the next Juice WRLD, I swear.
Nice.
I'm sitting in the back like, bro, like, talking me up crazy. And I'm sitting there biting my nails, like, fuck, like, what is he about to say? He's like, all right, send me his music, I'll listen to it. He hung up. We sent him the music, and he didn't respond for like 3 or 4 hours. I was like, it's all right. We'll get it. And then he called back. He's like, yo, I'm flying this kid out tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm like, what? He's like, we want to sign him. Does he want to sign? I was like, I didn't say yes right away, I have to cautious about myself and like the positions I put myself in. But LVRN's my family now, so I'm really comfortable with them. And I'm glad this opportunity happened, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And yo, Jax, what's so dope about it too is like you realize, man, that there's so many people out there selling fake dreams, man, and like so much bogus stuff that like the average person would like just jump right at it. But I'm just kind of curious, like what kind of made you realize, like, were there a couple bad mistakes in the past that you learned from, or did you watch other people make bad decisions, or did something in your gut just tell you, you know what, man, this is really a different situation?
Like, growing up, I was a little, you know, I would get in trouble and make mistakes, relationships or friendships, activities in general, like just doing dumb shit. Like, and it got to a point where I was tired of being tired. Like I was putting myself in positions where I wasn't bettering myself, or I wasn't even trying to do things. Like I wasn't putting effort into anything. And being stagnant is death, bro. So
yep.
I just got so used to like not doing something like good, better for myself, for the people around me, and it makes me feel good to see other people smile, bro. Like that's the like biggest thing in my life. I love helping people out. Like I put everyone before myself, 100%. No matter what room I'm in, bro. Like that's how it has to be. And I feel like this music's perfect for that, you know, because like I get to the chance to, people can listen to me while they're all alone, they're together, and make them feel some type of way, you know. And like that music I put out, bro. That music's like the first bit of music I made.
Yeah.
Like I got this new stuff that's like, you know what I mean? So.
Yes, yo, I can't wait for those blasts, man. I got a handful of things that I gotta throw at you, man, because I don't want to lose track of time. But I mean, gosh, I'm looking at so much different stuff, man, and I'm kind of curious, yo, how was the SoundCloud grind for you, man? Because, you know, there's that term SoundCloud rapper. This is a SoundCloud rapper, but yo, SoundCloud has actually put a lot of, that's been a great starting point for a lot of artists, man. I'm just wondering whether it's the freestyles, whether it was like the one-off stuff that people didn't even realize that they could find by you on SoundCloud. What has SoundCloud done for your career, man, as you leveled up to Interscope ultimately in LVRN?
SoundCloud is just like the best platform for up and coming artists, I feel like, because like it's free, one.
Yep. And
two, like, yeah, people are gonna call you a SoundCloud rapper or SoundCloud this or SoundCloud that, but it's just like, bro, like everyone is gonna get that when they first start.
Yep.
You know, everyone, especially nowadays, like because SoundCloud's like a thing. But honestly, like it's helped me so much because it's like, it makes me feel like I'm actually an artist, you know? I'm putting songs out. I got a couple people listening to them. Because at first it was slow, you know, built up and then over time. But it's like, it gives you a chance to really feel like an artist and like learn, like kind of teach yourself how to just image yourself and give you kind of like, it's like create your character type of music distribution thing. You know, it's like you get to pick your background, your own background. You get to title it whatever you want. You know what I mean? So it's like, so you finally get to be that artist, and I feel like it creates and develops a lot of artists. I mean, obviously you could be terrible and post music on SoundCloud, but I feel like if you're doing it the right way, absolutely, it's so helpful. So helpful.
Yo, absolutely, man. And, you know, I've talked to a few folks who are on the younger side of life, right? Like yourself, you know, 19, 20, 21. And I'm always curious, man, where do you get the most guidance from it? Like, do you lean more on Kelly because Kelly's been there for so long? Do you look to maybe LVRN, you know, these established folks, or maybe even some of the folks over at Interscope, man? But at the end of the day, you know, you're in a position where, you know, every step is so important, man. You know, you're on a major label situation, partnership, and it's like, man, everything I do, you know, could come with a super consequence or a super big reward at the end of the day. And just like I said, you know, not to play the age factor, but being a 20-year-old artist, man, who do you lean on, man, for that guidance? You know, being that this is unmarked territory for Vermont rappers, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say I lean on anybody.
Okay.
Because I know what's right and what's wrong and what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But I listen to everybody. I take things in. I know what I need. Like, you know, I know what's right from wrong. I know what I need to do. So necessarily, it's just basically about discipline necessarily. So if I were to say it, I basically lean on myself, but I listen to everybody. So when someone would like try to help me out, I'm not going to just push them away, or I'm going to listen, obviously, and then see if I need that help, you know? So I honestly, like most people that I want that. So it's like, I don't know the word for it.
I got you. Yo,
you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm already looking at, like, yo, I told you it was going to go to, like, the 30-minute mark, man. And I still have a handful more things to throw at you, but I promise, Jax, I'm just going to throw a few more things at you. Yo, what platform has been the most beneficial for you, man? Prior to Interscope, you know, being in the picture, and even Tundi over at LVRN, man. But before all that happened, like, what was that platform that really made you feel like, and maybe it was multiple platforms, right? That really kind of just felt like, oh, wow, what I'm doing is actually real and it's really paying off. Was it a social media platform? Was it a streaming platform? Like what was it that really made you get even more confident and feel like, wow, I got a lot of supporters out here?
Instagram.
IG?
Definitely. Yeah, IG is like the first thing I would post something on. It was a video of me in a car freestyling. And like, I got 1,000 likes on it in high school. I'm like, bro, that's a lot. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I felt like. You know, I was like, damn, bro, I just got 1,000 likes. Are you kidding? Like, everyone in Vermont's listening to it, reposting it, saving it. And because I had the insights, I saw it. There's like 300 saves like in like a week. And I'm like, bro. And it got posted on this rap page. And that's what kind of kicked it off. And I'm like, all right, I can do this. I know I can. I can do this.
Very dope, man. No, and you know, I love keeping tabs on you, man, because like I said, being introduced to you a little bit early on, a little bit right before, I think like it may have been right when Trust Nobody dropped. I know, you know, you got a dope team working for you, man, or working with you, I should say. But you know, got a chance to check out Trust Nobody, and you know, I had my first impression, and then I was like, oh wait, he's got even more flows than just this, right? Because some artists just have that one type of sound. I was like, wow, man, this is a very dope situation. So I've been super excited to keep tabs on you, man, and you know, I do want to know about your music influences, but I got to know, like, who do you feel is kind of like, I don't want to say in your lane right now, but you know, you're at that amazing point, man. 20 years old, Interscope Records, LVRN. You know, I hear a little A Boogie on certain records. I hear a little bit of, who did I jot down? I said A Boogie, a little bit of Jack Harlow. Of course, you're going to get the Jack Harlow comparison no matter what, right? That's always going to be out there. But just all in all, man, just some influences, and it doesn't have to be your competitors. Maybe who you would like to collab with maybe one day.
I do be also getting compared to the Kid Leroy, which is getting super annoying.
That is true. Yeah, Leroy. Yeah.
And that's why I want to be so versatile, so I don't get compared. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, that motherfucker is amazing.
Yep.
He's so good. But I feel like there's levels to this, and I'm just getting started, bro. And I feel like if I had to, like, say who inspires me like that, it would be Jack, though. It would be Jack Harlow. Like, he's kind of on the same, he had the same mindset I feel like I had when I first started, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, it's like the swaggy white boys, you gotta, you know what I mean? So he definitely influenced me a lot. Another artist is Brent Faiyaz. That's my favorite artist. And then the other one is Dominic Fike. That's like the one I want to work with, hang out with. Like, Dominic Fike seems so dope to me.
Very dope, yo. Just, and let me just ask you real quick to kind of follow up on that real quick. Production-wise, man, because I hear like your sound and your flow go with so many different types of you know, hits and producers. You know, you got the 808s type sounds and whatnot. Is there a particular sound or production that you just have an absolute love for, man? Like a certain type of beat, maybe a type of producer.
My favorite producer is Jetson.
Okay.
I love Jetson for sure, but my favorite type of sound right now is guitar.
Got you.
I love it.
Got you. Yeah, and it's so dope when you talk about Jack Harlow for a second, man, because I think about it, man. I'm like, yo, like, I'm literally in Kentucky visiting a family right now. I'm actually in Louisville, and I'm thinking, man, like, the only two people that I really know from Louisville in the music scene are, like, Bryson Tiller and Jack Harlow, man. I'm just thinking that it's kind of similar, like, with that Vermont type thing where it's like, yo, put some respect on Burlington, right? Right? Like, yo, man, we got a dope hip-hop scene. I know one of the freestyle videos I saw, there was like 3 or 4 fellow hip-hop artists, and I think it was Kelly. I think Kelly put it up on his YouTube page, man. I saw like you and like 3 other artists just freestyling, man, from Vermont. And I was like, yo, I thought there was like -3 hip-hop artists out there in Vermont. That's super crazy. Yo, and really kind of one final thing for you, Jax, is, yo, when can we get you on a Hot 97 Funk Flex freestyle, man? Like, yo, I feel like, yo, with that freestyles that I've seen, man, you have to be on like a Funk Flex Hot 97 freestyle, bro, man, or yeah.
So, timing is everything, you know?
That's true. Yep.
I don't have expectations for anything, but I have a base of an idea that I think would be best for my career. And Juice, bro, literally. Juice did it when he freestyled and showed people that he could really rap off the top and it wasn't on some bullshit.
Yep.
Once I do that, bro, it's going to have the same effect. And I want it to, timing's everything, obviously, but so necessarily, I wouldn't say I'm trying to force it, because, like, I don't want expectations. That's gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? Just having an expectation for like when. I feel like it should just happen, bro. Like whenever. You know. So I feel like I kind of went against what I just said with timing, but
I got you.
But what I mean by that is because I kind of want, like I said earlier, I want it to be like melodic rap first, and show people that I could rap, you know, and then hit that funk flex freestyle.
True.
Show people I really rap off the top or Hot 97, whatever it is, you know, anything. I'm down to do any interview freestyle, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like it definitely should be a little bit because like I want to build a fan base first. Because I don't want people to click on it or not click on it because they don't know who I am. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I mean, that's necessarily people are going to click on it because they don't know who I am, like, obviously. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I'm telling you, Jax, for the next interview, we're gonna make sure to cut loose everyone else because I'm gonna need you for at least an hour, man. Like, there's so because like I'll ask a question, and then like I have like three like based off of your responses, like three things I want to follow up with. But I know we want to get this one in the books just to keep things moving. And then honestly, man, it's been a gauntlet of a nonstop marathon, man. With 2021, I think you even had your first official concert, right? It was like January 2021, and like to kind of end the year with this amazing partnership, man, with Interscope and as we mentioned, LVRN. Man, those expectations for 2022, man. How do you outdo it? Without giving any spoilers, just let us know in these remaining weeks of December. What are your eyes set on, man, for 2022?
So, I'm thinking about going on tour in New England.
Okay.
In the beginning of the year. Probably during like spring, actually like a little before spring break, maybe even in spring break. I'm gonna drop a couple singles at the same time.
Okay.
During that, and my goal, my like first goal is to just have fun with Kelly and just keep doing what we're doing. Like that's like what got me here, you know. And things need to be natural. It can't be, like I said, forced, bro. So I feel like my plans for 2022 are just to smile and keep walking.
Yo, I love it, man. Yo, I'm gonna have to like issue a massive apology to your team for taking like nearly 3 hours for this Q&A. But the next one's gonna be even longer, man. So
I understand because like talking, when people ask me questions, I could talk forever. So
exactly, right? And like honestly, like the worst thing is like when you gotta do like a 15-minute interview and like try to squeeze everything in and you don't get the full answer. So I will.
And that was an absolutely amazing, super dope Q&A with the one and only North Ave Jax. Yes, if you're a fan of very long, extensive podcast-style Q&As, this is not even a Q&A. This is absolutely a dope conversation. Shout out to the one and only Who the F is Trees on the production side. Yes, when you hear that beats, you know it's going to be a very dope Q&A. A lot of great things. We are absolutely looking forward to a part 2 with the one and only North Ave Jax. As always, you know what to do. At attacktheculture.com. Turn on notifications, all those good things, and stay tuned for the next exclusive coming your way soon.